Hi there, Nurzat. So let's take a look at this set of essays you've sent us. This is the one about restoring old buildings or not. Let's see what you said. Experts throughout the world have debated whether, you don't need to say this on here. So experts throughout the world have debated whether to invest in preserving historical constructions or constructing contemporary developments. Some believe that the modern establishments would bring more practical benefit to society, whereas I believe the architectural value and historical impact of ancient structures cannot be underestimated. All right, so basically I see here there's a problem with vocabulary. I mean, in terms of the structure, it's fine, but vocabulary is missing here. Vocabulary is wrong in certain places. So what I want to do now is correct some of those errors. Let's look at it one more time. Okay. Experts throughout the world have debated whether to invest in preserving historical buildings or if they should construct contemporary because you don't want to use the word buildings again, so you have to find another. You know what? There's a way to really simplify this and make your life so easy. Let's try it again. Experts throughout the world have debated whether to invest in preserving historical constructions, historical buildings, or whether to build anew, A-N-E-W, one word, and then you're done. Some believe that the modern constructions would bring more practical benefits, plural, to society, whereas I believe the architectural value and historical impact of, and it's not ancient, because ancient means like really, really like over 2,000 years ago. So that's not what you want. You want to say something else like vintage, like older, something like that would be a better word here. All right, so let's move on here. There is ample evidence that aged constructions could serve as best practices in terms of design and technology. The central reason behind this is that old buildings contain unique elements of an era they were built in. All right, well, I don't know why there are so many commas here. Let's try this without the commas, because these don't really help you. They're not necessary for their meaning here, so let's get rid of them. The central reason behind this is that old buildings contain unique elements of an era, of the era they were built in, such as original crown moldings and arch entrances in European buildings, as well as gorgeous ornaments and precious stones in Eastern constructions. Okay, this is really rather long. Look at this. It's a solid 3 lines long. You could have simplified it a little bit. You didn't need to go into all this detail. So what are you telling us? That they're great in terms of best practices for design technology. And you say that they contain unique elements of the era they were built in, such as original crown moldings. And then you continue to list 1, 2, 3 more. You didn't have to do all that. I mean, you proved it pretty much with like 2 of these, okay? So make your life easier. And when you do that, yes, you're creating a complex sentence, but you're not making it so complex that it runs the risk of becoming incoherent. It must not be forgotten that although such structures were built in the remote past, some of them were used. Some of them, that doesn't make sense, used advanced construction techniques as efficient as current ones. For instance, remarkable for their size and symmetry, Egyptian pyramids were built from massive blocks of stone without using any type of lifting machines, though continue to remain stable and exist throughout centuries. Okay, here you've got a sentence that started out lovely, but it was flawed because of the grammar. All right, so for instance, this was just really strange the way you use this construction here, remarkable for their size and symmetry. So it would have been better to do it a little differently. Let's try it. For instance, Egyptian pyramids, remarkable for their size and symmetry, were built from massive blocks of stones without using any type of lifting machines and continue to remain stable and exist throughout the centuries. Okay? Or yet continue to remain stable and exist throughout the centuries. Something like that would have been good. Therefore, it is conclusively, L-Y, clear that by restoring old buildings, society will obtain not only architectural value, but also technical experience. Now, here's the problem here. Your example here about Egyptian pyramids, it never said anything about restoration. Okay? In fact, you never actually mentioned the value of restoring anything until that last line. So you tell us here that these constructions can serve as best practices, but you never anywhere until that very last sentence say, hey, you know, we really need to preserve these buildings, we need to restore them, despite the expense. So essentially, while you started off well, you ended well, the middle of the paragraph is off topic. Okay? You really needed to be focusing on something talking about the value behind restoring these buildings. So rather than telling us about the crown moldings and so forth, you could have said that some of these structures that are a marvel of architectural genius need to be restored, need to be maintained so that we can learn from their expertise. Therefore, it is not a waste of money, but it is actually an investment in creating fine architects of the future. So this is what you need to be focusing on, this idea of too expensive, all right, versus modern buildings, all right, and repairing and restoring. So you missed out on that, and like I said, the beginning was okay, end was okay, but the rest of that was really off topic. Let's look at the other side. Although there is a case for contemporary high-tech constructions favoring people with a minimalistic approach, energy efficiency and smart solutions, the historic impact of this ancient establishment cannot be overstated. This is bizarre to me. Now, when you use this kind of sentence, the reason why you're using it is it's supposed to provide a link between the previous paragraph and the current paragraph. So, what would have made sense is if you had said, although there is a case for maintaining and studying ancient buildings to gain from the expertise of their construction, the impact of creating new buildings cannot be overstated. All right, so do you see what I'm doing? In the although, I'm talking about the previous paragraph, and then the impact of XYZ now introduces the new element of the new paragraph. All right, so you have to approach this correctly. This is largely because most of them are built by grand governors of a particular country in relation to some occasions. I don't know what this is talking about. Let's see. For example, in India, the most notable mausoleum, Taj Mahal, which attracts annually millions of visitors, was built from white marble, in the early 17th century by the Indian king for his lovely wife. What is your point? If governments were not to retain such magnificent legacies until today, the public would not have an opportunity to contemplate historical heritage. Thus, it's possible to state beyond doubt that conservation of ancient structures allows for generations to be close to history and witness it. All right, so again, we have a problem where I don't understand the central idea of this paragraph. It is not clear. It's not clear until I get very, very deep into that paragraph. So, again, what did you tell me here? You said that the architectural value and historical impact of ancient structures cannot be underestimated. So, and then here, like I said, this paragraph was strange to me because of the way you entered it. It was strange. You really just needed to say something absolutely different. You needed to say something like, there is an additional reason why these historical buildings must be maintained, and that is because they help maintain the historical legacy of a country or something, or the cultural legacy of a country. All right, and this is something priceless and of monetary value cannot be put on it. So if you had said something like that, then it would have made sense. But, okay, so here, this sentence was absolutely irrelevant. It did not help you. It didn't do anything. All right, and then again, this too, not relevant. So you've got these two sentences here, which are not proving your point. All right, this is not about structures that are from the past that exist. That's not what we're asking. What we're asking is, it's so expensive to repair these buildings. We should just build new buildings instead. Do you agree or not? Okay, so you're missing the point here by going into all this detail. It's not helping you. It's just getting you off topic. So you really, really, really need to remember what the topic is and have that focus throughout the essay. So, from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that funding of I believe that funding the rehabilitation of old buildings would enrich the population with their aesthetic and historical value. It is predicted by the United Nations. I don't know why you're mentioning the United Nations here. It is predicted that the role of ancient monuments will increasingly grow in importance. Get rid of the United Nations here. It's a new idea. Just get rid of it. Okay? So there are some things I like, but there are certainly some things that you need to work on in terms of grammar, in terms of ideas, in terms of relevance. So I think that task achievement was a big deal here. Now let's take a look at your task 1. Alright, so now let's take a look at your letter. This is the one about Albion University. Dear Sir, Madam, I am writing to express my sincere apologies in relation to my absence from the English language exam last Wednesday. First of all, I would like to provide my student details, such as name, okay, student number, and case number. Alright, don't make it such a bullet here. Make it a full sentence. It's a better idea. So you could have said something like, first of all, I would like to provide my student details, okay, and then colon, my name is this, my student number is this, and my case number is this. Just make it more sentence form rather than a bulleted list. The main reason for my not being able to attend the exam was that I had caught a severe cold just 2 days before the test. Since my illness coincided with the end of the month, I was not physically able to fill my e-wallet at the nearest terminal and pay for the internet. Hence, I could not notify my department staff in advance. Fortunately, thanks to my mother who came to see me yesterday, we could call a doctor, buy medicine, and pay for the internet so I could inform the university about my situation. With this mail, I am attaching the aforementioned is one word, prescription with, hold on, actually, you never mentioned prescription before, did you? Yes, biomedicine. I am attaching the prescription, you don't need to say aforementioned, with recommendations to follow. I would like to request the examinations committee to allow me to take the English language exam with our second group, which is scheduled to be conducted on March 13th. I would appreciate if your decision was positive. Should you require any additional information, please let me know. Yours faithfully. All right, this is lovely. You did a lot of nice things. In fact, some of the grammar here was really nice. Like here, the grammar was really nice. Here, the grammar was really nice. So there was a lot of nice grammar that was impressive, and it was nice. It was definitely higher level, so congratulations there. Now, let's talk about one problem that I pinpointed here in this letter. Let's look at the bullets. Did you apologize? Yes, you did. Did you identify yourself? Yes, you did, even though I told you that I want it in sentence form and not like bulleted lists. Did you give an explanation? Yes, you did. And evidence? Yes, you also talked about that as well. Now, number 4, possible resolutions to consider. This is where you had a problem. You only gave one resolution, that you want to take the English language exam with the second group. That's one resolution, whereas they clearly ask for multiple resolutions. And that's what I want to point out to you and advise you against. You have to pay close attention to these to make sure that you fulfill all of the bullets, okay? By not giving resolutions, but only giving resolution, this is definitely going to lower your score in terms of task achievement. So this is the kind of stuff you really have to be very aware of, all right? So I want you to go ahead, Nurzat, and correct these, return them back to us, and let's see another step from you, all right? Hope you found this helpful. I hope you understand now the points you have to work on. So let's see how you apply these in your next essays. Good luck.